Toprak Razgatlioglu, World Superbike Champion, officially joins MotoGP in 2026 with Yamaha. And guess what? Marc Marquez drops a shocking take on this move. What did Marquez say? And how will this Turkish superstar shake up the MotoGP grid? Stick around. Make sure you watch till the end, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already to stay in the loop for more thrilling updates. Before we dive into Marc Marquez's comments, let's get to know Toprak Razgatlioglu, the man stealing the spotlight. Toprak is no ordinary name in the racing world. He's a two-time World Superbike champion, known for his aggressive riding style, jaw-dropping braking, and mind-blowing bike control that leaves fans in awe. If you've ever seen him in action in World Superbike, you know how wild he is on the track, especially with his pinpoint precision on the front wheel. This Turkish sensation has been a star in World Superbike for years. Riding the Yamaha R1, Toprak has dominated, taking down heavyweights like Jonathan Rea and Alvaro Bautista. His unique stop-and-go style, hard braking followed by rapid acceleration, makes him a nightmare for his rivals. But now, Toprak is ready to step onto the biggest stage of all, MotoGP, the most prestigious motorcycle racing championship in the world. This move isn't a total shock, mates. For months, rumours about Toprak jumping to MotoGP have been swirling. At first, he was linked with Honda, but Yamaha ultimately sealed the deal. Yamaha announced that Toprak will join the factory-supported Pramac team starting in 2026 with a 2-year contract. This is a massive step, not just for Toprak, but also for Yamaha, who are fighting to get back to their winning ways in MotoGP. Why does this matter? Because Toprak isn't just any rider. He brings talent, charisma, and a huge fan base from Turkey, a country that rarely has a presence in MotoGP. His arrival is expected to inject fresh energy into the championship, especially with his electrifying riding style that's guaranteed to wow the crowds. But the big question is, can Toprak shine right away in MotoGP, or will he need time to adapt? We'll dig into that later, but first, let's hear what Marc Marquez has to say. Marc Marquez, the living MotoGP legend with 8 world titles, didn't hold back when asked about Toprak's arrival. Known for his honesty and sharp analysis, Marquez's opinion is one fans have been dying to hear. Ahead of the Italian Grand Prix, Marquez shared his thoughts, and his words were full of respect. "Yeah, of course. It's nice to have another champion in our championship like Toprak," Marquez said. "So let's see. It'll be interesting to see a different riding style because in Superbike, he looks like he's always riding on the front wheel and very strong. So it'll be fun and great for the championship to have another nationality." There's a lot to unpack in Marquez's statement. First, calling Toprak another champion shows just how much respect Marquez has for Toprak's World Superbike achievements. This isn't just polite praise, lads. Marquez knows how tough it is to dominate a series as fierce as World Superbike. Second, he highlights Toprak's unique riding style, particularly his front-wheel mastery. This is key because Toprak's aggressive approach could be a game-changer in MotoGP, but adapting to different bikes and tyres will be a massive challenge. Marquez also touched on the another nationality angle, which is a bigger deal than it seems. MotoGP has long been dominated by riders from Spain, Italy, and a few other European countries. Toprak's arrival from Turkey will bring a fresh vibe, not just on the track, but also in the stands. Imagine Turkish fans packing the MotoGP grandstands. That'd be epic. Marquez clearly sees this as a boost for the sport. But Marquez keeps it real. He didn't say Toprak walk in and win races straight away. With his experience, Marquez knows the leap from World Superbike to MotoGP is no walk in the park. MotoGP bikes are a different beast, especially with Michelin tyres, which are notoriously tricky to master. Still, Marquez's excitement about Toprak's potential shows he believes the Turkish star has what it takes. Marquez isn't the only one chiming in. His Ducati teammate, Pecco Bagnaia knows how cutthroat the MotoGP grid is, and his take on Toprak's move is spot on. "I think it's the right moment in his career to make the jump and come to MotoGP," Bagnaia said. "It's true that in MotoGP, everything is a bit different compared to Superbike, so he'll need to adapt to the tyres and the bike's stiffness. So let's see. I think the first season will be about adapting, and if he can adapt his riding style and braking style to MotoGP, he'll be competitive. But It'll be nice to have a rider like him, and it'll be exciting. Bagnaya's keeping it real, mates. He knows Toprak's got mad skills, but MotoGP isn't World Superbike. MotoGP bikes are stiffer, the electronics are more complex, and Michelin tyres behave differently from the Pirelli tyres used in Superbike. Toprak's extreme braking style, his bread and butter in Superbike, might not gel with Michelin tyres right away, but Bagnaya's confident that if Toprak can tweak his style, he'll be a proper threat. Bagnaia also reckons Toprak's first MotoGP season will likely be a learning curve. That's fair. Most riders moving from Superbike to MotoGP need time to settle in. Take Alvaro Bautista, a World Superbike champ who struggled in MotoGP, but with Toprak's talent, many believe he'll pick things up quickly. And then there's Pedro Acosta, KTM's sensational rookie and one of MotoGP's brightest young stars. Acosta's dead certain Toprak will hit the ground running. You just have to look at his speed at Misano, Acosta said. In the end, he'll be fast from the start. It might be easier or harder than Superbike. Acosta's comment is bang on, because he's referencing Toprak's blistering pace at Misano, one of his favourite tracks in World Superbike. Acosta believes Toprak's raw talent will shine through, even if he faces hurdles. And the biggest hurdle? Those Michelin tyres. Michelin tyres in MotoGP have a different grip compared to Pirelli tyres in World Superbike. Toprak's hard braking style, which relies heavily on front tyre grip, might take some getting used to in MotoGP, at least early on. But Yamaha's playing the long game. In 2027, MotoGP will switch to Pirelli tyres, which should suit Toprak's style perfectly. So Yamaha's not just prepping Toprak for 2026, they're setting him up for the future. That's the full rundown on Toprak Razgatlioglu's blockbuster move to MotoGP in 2026, and the reactions from Marc Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia, and Pedro Acosta. Their comments show Toprak's a massive addition to MotoGP, but he's got some serious challenges ahead. Will he light up the grid like Marquez did as a rookie? Or will he need time to find his feet like Bagnaia? We'll have to wait and see him in action. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest MotoGP news. Share this with your mates who love racing, and drop a comment below. What are your expectations for Toprak in MotoGP? Will he be a threat to Marquez and Bagnaia? I'll read all your comments, so don't be shy. Share your thoughts.
Welcome to GP Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.